was ready for this. The rest, maybe not. You guys help me welcome to the stage, Aaron Lee Brooks.
Hey there, guys. So yeah, my name is Aaron Brooks. My mom's side of the families are Jews, so I'm Jewish. I'm just gonna go ahead and just get that out of the way. I'm Jewish. I'm also just like an asshole. I'm just gonna put that out there. Have any of you guys ever wanted to go to space camp? Just raise your hands. Yeah, like you. Oh yeah, there's tons of you. Yeah, well, I lived your fucking dream, dude. I went to space camp. I went to space camp for like 3 years. Think about space camp. They're like, the space camp kids are fucking assholes, dude. They're dweebs. They lie about shit. They just make shit up. They don't give a fuck. It's space camp. No one knows you after that week. And so I was at space camp one year, and there was this kid who, his last name was Hanks, and he kept going around like, oh, I'm fucking Tom Hanks' son. Like, okay, yeah, I fucking bet, dude. And so I spent that whole week just giving that kid so much fucking shit. And by the end of the week, I was at space camp graduation. Sitting in the front row was actually Tom Hanks. Yeah. And it turns out that it actually was Tom Hanks' kid. And I was like, oh, shit, dude, I'm so sorry. And I actually saw him on the internet recently. Like, he was just doing like a thing on the website. I was like, oh, hey, man, like, no, I was that guy. Like, I'm so sorry and everything. And I've yet to hear back from him. So we'll see how that goes. But no, there was this one time I was at this thing called Camp Jam, which is sort of like Camp Rock, except like in real fucking life. And so there was this kid. It was myself. I was maybe 12 or 13, and we were hanging out with this one kid who was 11 years old, and then these two other dudes who were like 15 years old. And the 11-year-old, his name was O'Doyle, and like at that age, you either bully or be bullied. That's just how it fucking goes. And so we gave O'Doyle so much fucking shit. There was one time O'Doyle came up to us, and he was like, hey guys, no, I'm interested in this girl, but I don't really know how to talk to her or anything. We're like, oh, O'Doyle, here's what you do. You just go up to her, you slightly like run into her, and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, and then you start talking to her from there. And O'Doyle, the fucking dweeb that he was, just went up to a girl, didn't even run into her, just walked up to her and said, I'm sorry, and then he ran away as fast as he could. And so there was one night, keep in mind I'm an asshole, and also just go ahead and put your helmets on. This is kind of a rough story, so just put your fucking helmets on. So there was one night we just finished spitting on all of O'Doyle's things, his bed, his blankets, his towels, everything that O'Doyle fucking owned we spat on, because we didn't give a shit. And so we went to bed that night. Luckily we had flipped O'Doyle's bed over so he could sleep on a non-spit covered mattress. Because we're nice dudes, man. And so at like 2 o'clock in the morning, first off, so it was myself and O'Doyle in one room. We had a bathroom connected with another room, and that's where Seth and Kyle were. They were like 15, I was 12, O'Doyle was 11, we're back. And so at like 2 o'clock in the morning one night, Seth and Kyle come to my room and they say, hey Aaron, we're gonna pee on O'Doyle. And I'm like, oh, fuck yeah, dude, let's do this shit. So we go into the bathroom and we decide, like, okay, we're planning everything out. The plan is we're all gonna pee on O'Doyle. He's gonna wake up the next morning and think, oh my gosh, I peed so much, this is so embarrassing, this is terrible. But also we decided that I was gonna go first to pee on O'Doyle. So I like walk over and I whip it out in front of O'Doyle's 11-year-old supple body. And I just start peeing on him, dude. And like I peed for probably 16 minutes. Have you ever seen the movie Waterworld? It's a lot like that. And so I'm just peeing on one. And with about 3 seconds left, like I was really just shaking off. He said, he rolls over and he looks me in the eyes, and I'm like, oh fuck, dude. So I get out of there. I head into the bathroom. And I slammed the door shut, and then Seth and Kyle, they went into their room, they shut the door. And so I hear O'Doyle get up, I hear a front door open and close. So I'm like, oh dude, like I'm fucked. This is gonna be the end. He's gonna tell someone that I pee on him. And like that's the one rule, like that's, I think the 8th commandment is don't pee on fucking kids, dude. So I think I'm in there and I'm thinking like, oh dude, I'm fucked. So then from right outside the bathroom door, I hear loud crying, like really loud crying. Turns out it's O'Doyle's 11-year-old self just fucking crying. And I'm like, oh shit, Aaron, how the fuck are we gonna get out of this one? So I yell out, O'Doyle, I've been locked in the bathroom for like 2 hours. Can you let me out? And he opens the door. He doesn't know what a fucking locked door is. He's 11, man. So he opens the door and he says, Aaron, someone peed on me. And I'm like, oh shit, dude, we gotta get that fucker. So I go ahead, I hand O'Doyle my towel so he can take a shower because his towel is covered in my spit and everything else he owns is covered in my piss. And so he takes a shower, he comes back out, Seth and Kyle run to my room and they're like, Aaron, what happened? I'm like, dude, someone peed on O'Doyle. And they're like, we gotta get that fucker. So we end up we drag the mattress, we switch it out with the room next door. Everything ends up working perfectly fine. O'Doyle comes back in and he's like, oh my gosh, guys, thank you so much, you're my best friends. I'm like, oh yeah, dude, like really. But no, does anyone here have a stepdad? Yeah. No, I've got a stepdad. He's the most stepdad that a person can be. He recently got to the middle of a pyramid scheme, which is awesome. He's really doing all right for himself. He recently got a Superman tramp stamp on his back, which is all right. And a couple years ago, when I left my house, he gifted me his movie collection, which I thought was going to be awesome, but it was about 300 booby movies, which is just movies with boobies in it. So like American Pie 2, unrated, Euro Trip, unrated. But he also went into like the deep end of the booby movies. So like A Scanner Darkly with Keanu Reeves, Apocalypto. There's like one fucking booby in that, dude. And like Requiem for a Dream. No, just a shit ton of booby movies. But yeah, my name is Aaron Brooks. Thanks you guys for coming out tonight. Thank you for sticking around as well. This is awesome. Thank you.